Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I did this colorful look inspired by my jewelry set and also inspired by the upcoming holiday Holi, or if you call it Pagwa. I am Guyanese, I'm an American Guyanese Hindu, so I do celebrate Holi, Pagwa, and I thought it'd be fun to do a colorful look inspired for the holiday, and I bought this cute little Indian inspired jewelry set, but just multicolor to give myself a basis of colors to work with. So I did a look inspired exactly with all of the colors inside of this jewelry set. So I did the pink, the red, the yellow, the green, and the blue. And it's kind of gold oriented, so I tried to keep it more gold with that inner corner there. But I really like how it came out. I was trying to go for something more wearable, and I just love color lately. Well, I've always loved color. Check out my YouTube channel. You can go to my history. But they say color's back, you know, because of Zara Larson. Whatever it may be, color never left me, but my inspiration did leave my creativity, and I'm just so glad it's back. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Welcome. Leave a comment, give me a like, let me know what you want to see next. And if you've been enjoying my videos, what I can do better to make my videos better. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So starting off with a clean face, as always, I did my hair first. I did a little half up, half down do, and I flipped the ponytail inwards to create a little more volume. Saw someone do it on TikTok or Instagram, so I'm just trying something new. Today's makeup look is inspired by this beautiful jewelry set I got on Shein. It has a nice pearl detail on the neckline choker, and it has multicolor crystals. It's really, really, really gorgeous. There's my dog Ava, my little guard dog, looking out for me. Sometimes I have a little heater running in my room, so I crack the window for her to get a little air, so she just gets nosy with the neighbors. So then I filled in my brows with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Black. Then I'm carving it out right now with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the shade Caramel Beige 209. And then I'm prepping my eyelids for eyeshadow by lightening up the base. I used some foundation first, and then I went in with a lighter foundation. It's the NARS Soft Matte in Siberia, and I set that with some Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I just wanted to point out that if I did my eyeshadow on my regular lids, it wouldn't pop as much and match the jewelry set. So here's me prepping the other side off camera. I'm using 3 palettes here. The BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, and the MAC Art Library Nude Model palette. My aunt actually gifted me this MAC palette when I went to Florida. So I'm using the shade Shroom in it. It's like a light nude shimmer to highlight the brow bone. And then I'm going in with the shade called Tete Tint, which is like a medium neutral shade that I put as a transition, but I wish I didn't do that transition because honestly I feel like it toned down the white base and is actually gonna make the eyeshadows pop a little less, but I still got it to pop. So I started off with yellow in the BH Cosmetics palette, the lightest one, and I feel like it wasn't popping as much, so I went in with the darker yellow, and I'm using an M124 to pack it and place it. And then I went in with an orange, and I felt like the orange was throwing it off a little because I realized there's no orange in my jewelry set, so I ended up taking it off with another brush, and it didn't affect it too much. I used the same M124 brush to pack on some red and just pack that and put it in place on the second third of my eye. And then I'm using the pink shade to use on the same M124 brush on the last third and just packing that as well. Then I'm giving each shade their own blending brush and I'm buffing those out to just make sure there's no harsh lines. And then I'm really just adding back the same shades to give more dimension and reinforce the colors. And then I'm adding this purple to give a little more depth. Then I also elongated the eyeshadow a little bit by tugging on my temple. I decided to blow it out a little bit more than I thought I was going to. But then I did my eyeliner and lashes, and I used the Juvia's Place Egyptian eyeliner. And then for my face, I used everything I used in my last video, which were products that I just had at home because I haven't picked up my Pro MUA kit and my personal makeup kit from my cousins as yet. I went in with the Mario Badescu facial spray. I used the IT Cosmetics eye cream and face moisturizer, the Smashbox illuminating primer, and then I went in with the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer in the shade 460 to color correct, and then I went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation on top in the shade Caramel 209, and I used a Real Techniques brush to buff that in. And then I used the AOA sponge to kind of like pick up any excess. And then I went in with the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Mocha to contour and bring back some dimension to the face. And then I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Radiant Beautiful Skin Concealer, or Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in the shade 12 Tan. And I'm using an AOA sponge to buff that out. And I like to let this concealer sit because it's a very thin formula, and honestly, the more it sits, the more coverage it has. So while I'm blending out the under eyes, I'm using the sponge to clean up under my cat eye, and I'm really taking it up close to the lower lash line because I'm going to use that as a base for my lower lash eyeshadow as well. So I really like using a powder puff to set my makeup now, over a brush and over the sponge. I'm using Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm using a puff from Amazon. Then for my contour and bronzer all in one, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Coconut. And then for highlighter, I'm using the new Revlon highlighter. All the shades and stuff will be in the all the shades will be in the description box. Can't recall exactly the shade at the moment. And then I'm going in on my lips for the moment. I am using an eyeliner. It's the NYX dark brown eyeliner, but I'm using it as a lip liner right now because, you know, the lip products are limited right now considering my my makeup situation. And then I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Scorpio lip liner, and it's like a little more burgundy. And then I'm going in with the Maybelline Color Sensational Bare It All lipstick. It's a super nude, cool tone lipstick. I'm using that to kind of like build a base for me. I wasn't sure what I was going with when it came to the lip look because, like I said, limited products right now, but I decided I was just gonna like outline it a little bit more because I felt like the lip liner was looking a little too cool toned, and I felt like the Scorpio liner helped a little bit from Juvia's Place. It's a really long lasting long wear lip liner, by the way. I really love this lip liner. I definitely want to get it in more shades. And then I'm going in with a little bit more lipstick to give it a little ombre effect, which looked good, but I'm like, let's take a pause and go back to the eyes for a minute. So I went into the Zulu palette using the blue shade and putting that in my lower lash line on the outer part. And then I went in with the BH Cosmetics palette and mixed the two green shades and put that into the inner lash line. And it came out really cute, I'm not gonna lie. And then I cleaned up under my lash line, I'm sorry, under my eyeliner with a little concealer just to make it look a little more neat. And then I'm using the same pink shade that I used in my eyeshadow as my blush to just keep everything cohesive. And I thought it looked pretty cute, I'm not gonna lie. And then I decided to top off the same shade on my lips to see what would happen, and I'm not gonna lie, it really brought the lips to life. It just, I don't know, it just looked really, really cute, and it was a little tad dark. So at that moment, I was already thinking I definitely want to make it an ombre in some way. But I love how this brought back the warmth and the pink kind of undertone that's going on with the jewelry set and the eyeshadow already. So I ended up taking the tiniest dot of concealer and putting that in the center and blending it out to give it like the most subtle ombre. But I felt like it was still missing something, so I ended up getting the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Plumping Lip Oil in the shade Burst Bubble, and it was the perfect topper for this look. It really, really brought it all together. So if you're into like plumping lip oils, this one, it definitely has like a little like spice to it. It has a little plumping effect, tingle to it, but I feel like it's worth it because it definitely makes my lips look really, really, really good. And then I'm going in with the Milani palette, this Milani palette that I have, and I am highlighting my inner corner with a gold eyeshadow inside. And I don't know if my jewelry is leaning more towards gold or silver. I thought it was more gold oriented, but I feel like it could honestly pass for both. But the gold is something I lean more towards. And then I used like this gold, somewhat glitter topper shade on top of the yellow inside, and you can't really see it, but there was a subtle sparkle to it. And then I added some little final touches on my eyes, just making sure everything is blending well, and this is the final look. I hope you guys like my Holi Pagua colorful inspired look. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give it a comment, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see from me, especially my new subscribers. Please let me know why you subscribe to my channel. I'm just so interested and tuned in and locked in right now. Like, expect at least one video per week moving forward. The goal is to monetize this year. So thank you all for joining me on this journey, and happy Pagua, happy Holi. Thank you for watching this colorful makeup look. You can use it for anything. You can use it for a festival. You can use it for a night out. If you want just like a pop-in look to make everyone, you know, turn their heads and look at you when you walk in the room, this is that look. Thank you guys for watching.